Hello everyone, I'm Delna, working as assistant professor in the Department of Food Science and Nutrition. So today we are going to uh, explore how the ideas of Kautilya, one of the India's greatest thinker, can still guide us in the 21st century. So his work, Arthashastra, contained powerful lessons on leadership, governance, and diplomacy. So we will see how these ideas can even apply in the 21st century or our today's modern world. In this session, we will learn about the Saptanga model, which is Kaudalya's framework for understanding how a strong state should function. So, we will also connect each pillar to today's political and administrative systems. So, by the end of this session, you will see how these ancient ideas help us understand modern national and international affairs. So, let's go to the topic. Introduction. The Arthashastra. So, the Arthashastra is an ancient book written almost 2400 years ago. It talks about politics, economics, security, and how a country should be managed. So, the word Saptanga means seven organs. So, Kautilya believed that the state works like a body with seven important parts, and all must function well for the nation to be strong. So, these principles were so advanced that even today they remain relevant. So, we'll go to the Saptanga model of state power. So, Kautilya says a strong state is built on seven pillars. If even one pillar becomes weak, the entire system can collapse. So these seven pillars help us understand how leadership, administration, people, security, and alliances work together to create a stable nation. So we'll go to each pillar. The first pillar is Swami or the leader. So Kautilya says that a leader should be wise, honest, and always think about the welfare of the people. So from this, people should never be misused. The leader should be guide, protect, and uplift the nation. So today, this applies to political leaders, head of the institutions, and even CEOs. The second pillar is a amatya, which means ministers and officials. Kautilya believed that administration should be run by qualified, honest, and corruption free people. So, good leaders need a strong, efficient team. Today, this is similar to civil servants, officers, and government departments. The third pillar is the Janapada, people and the territory. A country is strong only when its people are strong, healthy, educated, and economically secure. The land also needs to be well managed. This reminds us that development must focus on the entire population, not on few groups. And the fourth pillar is a Durga or the fortified city. In ancient times, it meant strong physical protection like forts and walls. So Kautilya described four types of fortification. Today, this idea extend to modern security like cyber security, strong infrastructure, and advanced defense systems. A nation needs safety to progress. The fifth pillar is Kosha, that is a treasury. A country needs financial strength to run its army, administration, welfare programs, and development project. So a weak treasury means a weak nation. Even today, economic growth and financial planning remain the backbone of national power. And the sixth pillar is a danda, which means army or security force. The Kautilya believed that the army should protect the nation from both external threats and internal disorder. But he also said that force should be used wisely and only when necessary. So today, this includes military, police, and all security agencies. So the seventh pillar is a Mitra, the ally. It is a final pillar, and the alliances make a country stronger. But Kautilya says that alliances must be chosen carefully based on mutual interest and reliability. This is exactly how international partnership works today. Next one is a mandala theory. So Kautilya's mandala theory is simple. A nation A nation's neighbor is usually a competitor, but the neighbor's neighbor is usually friend. So in modern times, this idea is seen not only in physical borders alone, but in political influence and strategic alignment. So countries form group to balance power. So let's see an example. Let's take Quad as an example. So India, the US, Japan, and Australia came together because they share common concern about the rise of China. So this perfectly fits Kaudalya's idea of forming alliances between based on shared interest. So it shows how ancient idea still shape modern diplomacy. So fourfold policy. Kaudalya also gives four methods to deal with other nations, and they are Sama, persuasion or peaceful talk; Dana, offering incentives or help; Beda, creating divisions in enemy side; Danda, use of force. So he says a wise ruler should use these methods in right order. So let's say an application of Ubaya, that is, in real world, countries first try diplomacy, then economic incentives. If needed, they try to weaken the enemy's alliances, and not only as a last option, they use force or sanctions. This step-by-step approach is exactly what Kautilya thought thousands of years ago. So, role of intelligence. So Kautilya strongly believed in powers of intelligence gathering. So he designed one of the earliest spy networks. So today, intelligence agencies like cybersecurity systems and digital surveillance all follow the same principle. A nation must know what is happening inside as well as outside to stay safe. Next is the economic power. Kautilya said that without a strong economy, everything else collapses. Modern government also focuses on growth, innovation, industry, and trade for this reason. India's emphasizes on self-reliances and manufacturing reflect this ancient wisdom. So before that, Rajashri. So Kautilya's idea of an ancient leader is a Rajashri. So he is a ruler who is wise like a sage but practical like a king. Such a leader is ethical, strategic, intelligent, and focused on people's welfare. So this model applies not only to political leaders but also leaders in organization. So let's summarize this. So, to summarize, Kautilya's Arthashastra is not just an ancient text, it is a timeless guide on how to run a strong, stable, and ethical state. So, its idea help us understand the leadership, security, diplomacy, economics, and international relations today. So, these principles show that ancient Indian knowledge is still valuable. So these are the key references used to prepare this presentation. I encourage you to explore them if you want to learn more about Kaudalya's idea. And thank you for listening. Thank you so much.